Let's see how fast this happens today with that shit happening. Brothers and sisters, mothers and misters, bunions and blisters, I would like to welcome you to the garage, home of the worldwide mechanics. I'm your lead mechanic, Mecc. Before we even get it started and kick it off, do me a favor, hit the likes, hit the hype, hit the subs. That's the way you show your boy love. In the meantime, in between time, get on in here, get your coveralls, get your tool belt. Let's get this thing on the rack and see where we at. I'm getting better at that. Never been Jersey Rich. Salute. King, good to see you. Bless up. Salute. Thanks for pulling up. All day. You on time and I'm late. So I don't know how that works. I'm late. This is your first time on time, and it happens when I'm late. Crazy, right? Um, Christopher Wilson. Salute. Thank you for pulling up. All day you laughing because I'm telling the truth. What's good people? How is everyone? Hoping you all had a blessed day. Hoping everything's going right in your life, in your world, in your lane. I wish you a day with no pain. I kind of meant for that to rhyme. Not exactly, but I saw where it was going and I didn't stop myself. So that it kind of feels like the same thing. Just the same, though. I do wish that for you. Yeah, man. So I don't know who by now has seen a little clip. Say what again, mother? What up, bro? 9.99 super, $10 super chat. I hate that. $10 super chat. Set it off by say what again, mother. In case you guys don't know, everything that I get from super chat, anything that I generate from Instagram, from YouTube, period, is going back into making this channel more lit. So I'm reinvesting, new equipment, new everything, but I'm gonna fund it strictly off of this channel. So any kind of super chat I get, that's where it's going. And 10K is the goal as far as subscribers are concerned on the channel, and as far as finance, super chats and stuff are concerned, all that gets reinvested back into here. So just so you know, that's where I'm spending the bread. If you see me pop up with new jewelry or something like that, call fraud immediately because I've been compromised. Jig, what up? I'm always focused on money over BS. Yeah, I know all day, but that's Oh, before I even go any further, let me give say what again, mother his due. I gotta go like those posts. There we go. $10 super chat from the brother. Say what again, mother. Did not mean for that to rhyme, but that was his fault. Say what again? That's your fault. That's what I get for saying your whole government, your whole tag. Jig Holly Groove, what up? Good to see you back in the building. Um, did you get Dame Diddy, Dame Daddy, or Dame Dummy? Oh, you're clever. You're clever. That okay, everybody. Let's stop for a second. Give a quick round of applause, even if it's just in your mind, to Crafty NYC for the very first Dame Dash reference of the chat, and he managed to finesse it. He managed to finesse it with a Nas line, aka a guy from Queens, addressing a guy from Queens. That I see what you did there. If you If you saw the clip, you know the answer is none. I I pulled the punch. We were just playing around, man. I pulled before I was before contact. I was never going to, and he was never going to. We were never. Neither one of those things were going to happen. Hey, Big Sugar, what's happening? Big Sugar in the building. Big Sister the chat. One time for the sister, Big Sugar, aka B74. Head mechanic, big sis, big Azuka of the chat room. She the boss around here. Just remember that. It ain't cause I said so. It's cause she said so. Watch your step. Watch your neck. Yeah, pretty eventful day. Posting that clip up. Um, he looks frail compared to you. That would have been no bueno. The saying is, you don't stop boxing because you get old. You get old because you stop boxing. If that's the case, Dame is not old. Don't the man's fast. He's fast. Sugar, you ain't never gotta appreciate me for telling you. You never gotta thank me for telling the truth. All I'm doing is telling the truth, which is easy to do when it comes to you. You just gotta keep it a buck. Um, yeah, no, the man's fast. The man's fast. He's fast and he's got the reflexes. From someone who hasn't properly trained in like 2 years now. Charlie Funk, what up? Good to see you one time for the mechanic known as Charlie Funk. I don't know what Dame's regimen is, but his reflexes are still there. Um, oh, how dare I? Happy Juneteenth, everybody. Happy Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth. Do me a favor, hit the sub. That's how you show your boy love. Give me a Juneteenth like real quick. Even if you're up there lurking, just go on, hit the like for me one time. It costs you nothing. Happy Juneteenth to the whole room, to the whole world, to the whole garage. Happy Juneteenth, folks. Definitely a day that should be celebrated. Super crazy. Oh man, this dude put up all the right flags. Okay, bless. I see you, King. Got them all up. Jesus Troll, happy Juneteenth. Much love to the black community. Thank you. Thank you. Much respect. Much respect. And welcome. Welcome. Got the day off for June. Dana 916. Salute to you. Day off for Juneteenth. I did not. I did not. But we still rocking. Just a few, not all 54. I know, but the fact that you even, you know what I'm saying? The fact that you kicked a few of them. I should probably retitle this page Happy Juneteenth. I took a vacation for it. As well you should. Big should call out. That should be a federal holiday. Thank you for joining us in the struggle and the process. That should be a universal across the board accepted. One time for you. Thank you. Um, bless us the fact that you got anything up. I respect it. I salute it. That's a good look. We ain't gonna shortchange uh, any kind of effort. Spartacus, what up? Happy Juneteenth. It is a federal. I know, Jig, but you know what I'm saying. I've seen a lot of people running around trying to get it out the paint, and some companies are, they don't want to acknowledge it, or we ain't gonna talk about the negative. We ain't gonna talk about the negative. Right, right, Jig. That's what I'm saying. But we ain't gonna address that. We ain't gonna get into that. Shout out to everybody who does. Um, respect to B70, big sugar for jumping out, deciding that she was gonna take that day, whether they gave it to her or not. One time for Big Sugar. That's all right there. We ain't mad at that one bit. Thank you, Big Sugar. So shout out to the jobs that acknowledge, and shout out to the workers that acknowledge, regardless of what the job got to say. Yeah, I know. I know. I know, Jig. What's understood doesn't need to be said, but sometimes it's good to be heard. That's not mine. That's a bar for my father. What I told him today. Hey, y'all know what day it is, right? Yeah, bro. Like, hey, put it up. Put it up. Don't let them deny you. Don't let them deny you. Imagine telling them they can't have a drink on St. Patrick's Day, or imagine you telling them no Mexican food on Cinco de Mayo. Push, what up, bro? Good to see you. Welcome to the garage. You already know where everything is. Hit the like, hit the subs, and the shares. Show love. That rhymed again. That rhymed again. Your father gave you a lot of jewels. Thank you for always sharing the wealth. Well, yeah, man. That's my guy. That's my guy. The ill thing about Pops is advice, jewels, wisdom, whatever you want. The wildest thing about it is they hit me almost time delayed. It's the weirdest thing. Like a lot of the things I got, I lost him fairly young. I was in my 20s when I lost him. The wildest part about what he told me is that it will hit me years later, sometimes decades later, when the situation hits. All of a sudden, what he said makes sense. Thank you, Big Shug. Thank you. I appreciate it. What he said will like make sense, and it almost clicks into place. And I go, oh wow. So it's like he told me once, and now it's almost like he's still telling me. Yeah, I Shug, I'm with you. I think it happens to all of us one way or the other. Something happened, but it just so happened that my father talked a lot. Like he really did not want to get out of here without telling me what he knew. And he wanted me to know what he knew. He wanted me to know what I knew, and he wanted me to know what he knew. He did not want me, he did not want to check out of this world without me having that. So now I just walk around this life walking into situations that all of a sudden click. Oh, got you, Pop. Got you. Good looking. You'll see me if you've ever been around me. You'll see me once in a while. Just I gotta shout him out because he is wild. The stuff that comes to me just out of the blue, like just now. What's understood don't need to be said, and then I hear his voice in my head. Yep, what's understood don't need to be said, but sometimes it's good to be heard. Yep. He found a fly way to tell me silence is consent. Sometimes you got to say the quiet part out loud. Sometimes it's good to be, yeah, what's understood don't need to be said. All right, we all get it, but sometimes you got to put it on the table. You got to let everybody know that I heard you. I get that. And even though this might seem like common sense, the fact is sense ain't never been common. So sometimes you're gonna have to say it. You're gonna have to put it out there. Yeah, no, this is where I stand on that. Just so we're clear in here. And that stance has cost me. That stance has cost me. No bullshit. That stance has definitely cost me more than once. It's been a thing where I've been in certain rooms and I've made my stance super clear and I have been escorted out of said rooms. Oh, Saba the goddess is here. Hold on a second, everybody. One time, one time, one time. My sister in Ram is in the building. My homie Saba the goddess. I don't know if you see her right there. Y'all have heard me in this room on my expert opinion. You've heard me mention this talented young woman multiple times. Saba, welcome to the garage, home of the mechanics. I did not come up with that. One of the mechanics did, and decided that that's what they were going to be called. And I've been running with it ever since because it's so fly. And where do mechanics hang at? In a garage. So every time I go live now, we're in the garage. Um, Sometimes you got to say it with your belt. Thanks, Dad. Yeah, all day. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. Sometimes it's like that. I was way too afraid of my father to ever have something like that pull up, and it wasn't fear like you fear another man. It was fear like you feared the sun. If that makes any sense, I wasn't scared of my pop. Like, me and the Dame Dash situation, like there's no fear there, but you fear your father, but it was the respect. I didn't fear my pop like you fear a regular person. I feared my father like you fear a tidal wave when you can't swim, or heights with no parachute. It felt his whatever he was going to do felt inevitable, and I didn't even want no parts of that. It's wild. It's really hard to explain, but it was there. I didn't really fear his belt, but like the whole thing was like. But yes, one time for Saba, the goddess pulling up for the first time. When I tell you this woman, when it comes to rhymes, when it comes to bars, she ain't right. She ain't right. The way she be doing people dirty out here on the mic, she ain't right. I ain't mean for that to wrong. She ain't right. It's not even fair. Michael Brown, what up? Salute, welcome to the room. Scared of disappointing him. Sugar, that's dig that. Dig that. Hit the likes, hit the subs. Saba, you need to subscribe to my channel. Yeah, you get that. You get that, Sugar, when you nail it like that. Saba, you need to subscribe to my channel now that you're here. There are a room full of people in this space that would 100% appreciate what you do. This is you found your tribe, and granted, we're a small tribe. I'm still getting the page to 10K followers. We're a small tribe, but these people in this room, critical thinkers, objective thinkers, and hip hop heads, and genuine folk. We be having a ball in here, but this is the room for your kind of appreciation. These people will understand exactly what it is you're doing and why you're so dope, and remind you. Small, devoted, and supportive. That's how I feel about them. They don't know that though, but that's how I feel. That describes my feelings towards them. Saba said, I love hearing you talk about your dad. I have so much respect for him and never met him. And I know everything honorable about you mirrors him. Salute King in my best Meg voice. Ha! Salute King in my best Meg voice. You know what? Hold up. Hold up real quick. I can't even do that. I can't even do that. I got one photo of him in. I guess I could. I got one photo with it. Is that a pin drop? Is that a pin drop? Sugar said that's a pin drop. Biggie pin, my Notorious pin that I got from Notorious store that was handed to me by Biggie's daughter at her launch of her clothing brand. I kept the pin, and anytime somebody says some mic droppable, that's a bar style talk, pin drop, pin drop. Why you put me on timeout last time? I ain't mean no disrespect. You one of us that speak the truth, OG. Boom, I don't put anybody on timeout. That's my people in here. And it only happens when you go too far off topic or you ignore the subject that's being discussed. Whenever that happens, we bench that because we want to stay on point. So if you were just veering off and asking something that didn't have anything to do with what we were discussing, there's like no common thread, no nothing, and you continue to do it, the model gets you. So you got to be careful with that. And it's never a disrespect unless you come with disrespect. And she's we keep it positive. So again, it's nothing. Boom, 4529. Please feel free to stick around, chop it up with us. Again, you see the energy in here. We have good times in here. You just got to stay on the topic. Like you just got to focus and fuck with us in here. That's all. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. But if we start talking hip hop and somebody starts talking about, watermelon rinds, I know as long as I'm here, I'm not late, but I am late though. CJ, I was late. I was late. So what is that? Yeah, bro. Boom. It's fine, bro. It's nothing. It's nothing. Look, you right back like you never left. It's nothing. We ain't here. Everybody ain't here. And make it a point, folks. If you're just pulling up in here, go get familiar with my sis Saba the Goddess. She's in here right now. Um, uh, one of the nicest MCs. One of the nicest. That's all. It was just, and you know what my standards are. And the first time I heard her rhyme, I had to get in contact with her. I tried to sign her. Low, high key, I tried to sign her. And the first thing I had to do was convince her that I wasn't some mutt trying to get in her pants, fake pump faking with the deal talk to get in her pants. Like when I first heard her, I was in a different position. I was trying to sign her. Oh my god, I was trying to sign her. And it's a good and bad thing that it didn't happen. It's good in some ways, it's bad in others, but it, she's still right where she needs to be. Um, but my God, I was trying. Oh, man, I wanted that woman on the roster. Ooh wee, ooh wee. I was trying to make me a miseducation album with that woman. Your content is always so engaging. Well thought. I really appreciate that for the creativity you put in what you share. Keep on. Oh, Mike Blair, salute, man. Thank you. I sincerely appreciate that. Push button producer with the $2 super chat one time for Saba. That was for Saba. Salute, salute, salute. And all these tools, Saba, the hammer and the wrench, that's a mechanic salute. That's them giving you that's a mechanic salute. Just so you know. Shout out to CJ Flow State 200 Joules. Thank you, bro. Much appreciated. Love on that side. Ti verse on mahogany caskets. We doing that? We doing it. Oh wait, what? I hold on before I even do that. Before I even do that, I skipped something that I did not mean to skip. Is Dame Dash the topic? Um, yeah, I mentioned Dame just so y'all. I just want to be clear. Whenever you get two people around each other that fight any kind of most kinds of hand-to-hand combat, grappling is one thing, throwing the hands is something else. Boxing, Muay Thai, Kempo, most kinds of trained combat, if you get us in the same room, we're gonna end up you know fucking around a little bit. We're all gonna do stuff like that. And me and Dame ain't no different. Love him or hate him, whatever it is. I try to, I'm having an interview with the man. I try to keep everything. I try to maintain my objectivity. I try not to take a side. Um, I assume you can bob and weave, Mick, so I just don't want you hurting them. Well, you see, I stopped. If you watch the clip, you see that I stopped. But we both stopped. Like, had he followed through with that uppercut, he would have tagged me because I stopped the overhand right. But the overhand right, I will go to my grave saying I got there first. The overhand right got there first. However, I stopped and he stopped, so we ended up looking like the end of the Rocky movie with Apollo and Rocky at the very end of the flick. Like, $2 super chat from Jig Holly Grove. Um, for the love of the game and a new fan. One time, bro. Much appreciated. Let me give that the love that it deserves. Much appreciated for supporting the channel. Um, he was talking about some side punch, bro. You would what? He got the flow state. Saba with 200 jewels for the flow state. Saba's first jewels. That's what's up. How come you didn't send those jewels when I was talking all your good shit? Anyway, let's talk about you. That would have been the perfect time for you to throw those in. Um, let's say he hit you. I don't think you'd go down. It would take a nice combo. 100% another flow state. Shout out to Saba the God. It's okay. You going in now. You don't found how to do that. Now you just going in. I'm about to head out, everybody. Y'all enjoy the rest of your evening. Bless up. Be safe. Be cool. God willing, I see you tomorrow at 5 o'clock. We'll be right back here doing the exact same thing. Don't hang up your coveralls, hang up your tool belt. But I'll talk to you in a minute, bro. Be safe out there. I don't know what I'm doing. Double flow state. Double flow state. Push button producer, flow state. One more time. Thank you, King. Much appreciated. Saba, you're supporting the channel and cracking me and the other mechanics up. So I don't know what I'm doing. I can almost hear her voice saying that. That's hilarious. Um, yeah, but we appreciate the support. All that is good stuff for the channel. We deeply appreciate it. Yeah. Now, the first one the first he threw three. The first one I would have ate because I was off guard. The second one I actually blocked left elbow block, protecting the ribs, protecting the kidney. I pushed that one out. Right, I got that one out of the paint. If you slow it down and watch, you'll see dip this to get that out, and I countered with the overhand right, and that's the one that would have caught him. Yeah, that's the one that beat you. That's the one that would have. That I maintain that I got there first. I got up top first with mine. He maintains that he got me first with that uppercut, but when you slow it down, I saw it was like off, and then it was on. And he moved it back. Like meanwhile, the wind, his reflex was a little like I got there first. But remember when I told you guys that there was things coming after the interview? Um, M89. Thank you. One time, bro. Or thank you, M89. I never know if I can say bro or sis because I can never tell who I'm talking to, with the exception of a handful of cats. Um, I never know if I'm talking to a man or a woman, so I'm trying to find Pittsburgh. Salute. One time for the good people in Pittsburgh. Not mad at that spot. I remember. I mean, the flower was just a redeemed thing. M89. I think you're. I think that's a woman, so I'm assuming that's you. So thank you, sis. Much appreciated. Again, that's me assuming. If I'm wrong, I apologize. It's not a thing I like doing. Um, but I do want to, show love if that's what I think it is. If you are what I think you are. B, you see me in here just tripping all over everything, trying to stay politically correct. I'm just trying to do the right thing around here, man. I don't want no problems. Trying to be miss. They call that a misgender, and I ain't trying to do. I hate that. One of the worst things you can do to a woman is refer to her as a guy. I ain't on that kind of time. Um, wait, where's this video? Oh, Jig Holly, you haven't seen it? I posted it on here. It's not in here, but I've actually posted. Matter of fact, can I just throw the link up from my Instagram channel real quick? Because if I can do that, then everybody can see it. I'll just throw the link up. Let me see if I can actually show this to y'all real quick. That might be the wave. Wait. Can I show it? Is there a way? Just is in the building, aka Just McDuck. What up, sis? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome to the spot. Welcome to the spot. Welcome home. Let me tell you, Mecc, I see that trust. You always mad respectful, and you just love women, not like the weirdos out here hating us. I don't know how to hate women. I don't know how you do that. I dislike people in general, and there are enough of them for me to dislike. I find neither gender has the monopoly on being a dickhead. So I'm an equal opportunity. I show love equal. I show indifference equal. Calvin, Saba, you're gonna love this. This is Calvin Campbell. He's one of my UK mechanics and the dude who goes to war with me down in the comment section when the weirdos start acting up and getting a little too rambunctious. Calvin pulls up with me and chops it up, and we wore out. Calvin and Just, I want y'all to meet along with Push, everybody else is here. Calvin and Just, I know y'all just got here. I want you to meet my homegirl Saba the Goddess, one of the nastiest MCs. Calvin, I think you're aware. I think I've put you up. Yeah, excuse me. I'm sorry. It's been a long day. Calvin, I think I've put you on to Saba the Goddess before, but she's here. She popped up in the room. Um, and as far as the, let me see if this works. Is this gonna work? Yeah, y'all let me know if let me see if that link works. For those who didn't see the video that I was addressing a second ago. Um for those who missed it. It's just y'all let me know if that worked. I'm not sure if it worked. I think it worked. Yeah, it worked. There you go. If you didn't see it, that's for you. There you go. That's the video we're discussing. That's the whole thing. Just put it in the chat real quick so everybody can check it. Yes, George. Yes, we were definitely just playing. Um, like B74 said, Sabi, you heard Big Sugar talking. Come in here often. We are a whole vibe, and Sugar maintains the flow. She maintains the vibe, so she's the one to trust. Yes, George, we were definitely playing. Here's how you know. Here's how you know we were playing. Dame posted it on his page, caption and all. He posted it. He posted it exactly the way it was. He saw posted it. It's on his page. It's living on his page right now. It's literally the last thing. Last time I checked, it's the last thing he has up there. How often are y'all in here? Every day, with the exception of Sunday, 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, give or take how my meetings go, or maybe if I have some running out to do. But we Do this daily. Yes, because he's not in the hospital. See you when the ring was a stretch. And I was telling my brother y'all was playing. Yes, yes. Make sure your brother knows we was playing. I don't want anybody thinking that there was anything remotely serious about it. First of all, if it was serious, I wouldn't have stopped. Second of all, if it was serious, it wouldn't have been on camera. Actually, you can reverse that order. First of all, if it was serious, I wouldn't have filmed it. It wouldn't have been on camera. And second of all, if it was serious, I wouldn't have stopped. I wouldn't have pulled the punch. I wouldn't have stopped myself if it was serious. Of course, it's not serious. The camera's on. My thoughts, real spill. My thoughts. It's never serious if the camera's on. I can never take it seriously. There are some people who are dumb enough to do things on camera, but if I'm being honest, we wouldn't have recorded anything. If you ever hear me say something like "turn off the camera," if I take off my glasses, tuck my chain in, take off my watch, and say "turn off the camera," actually, I'm probably gonna say "turn off the camera" first, and then get myself together for what's coming next. But of course, it's not serious. The camera's on. Just doing nothing on camera. What I look like. That's for kids. That's for kids who want attention, and I'm not them. I'm not them. I'm not here for attention. Yeah, that's not me. Turn the camera off. If it was serious, the camera it wouldn't have been recorded. And Gap was definitely recording Big Sugar. You're 100% right. For a sec, I thought you were gonna click and make, but you definitely had it. That's what I'm trying to tell everybody. I'm like, bro, I stopped. I got there first. We was both going for it. I got there first. I got there first. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Um, yeah, just we I need to see what y'all are talking about. Saba, check the link. I literally just put the link in the chat. Scroll. I don't. Saba be acting like she's a guy called caveman in here. Like she don't. I don't know what I'm doing. This is the link, Saba. Throw it in here again. There it is. There it is. Yeah, I got it. That's the link. Click on that. You'll see whatever. You'll see what we're all discussing. Um, do it like. Good to see you in here, sis. Welcome. Welcome. Come on back. You did not miss a fight, Saba. Don't be spreading rumors. You did not miss a fight. Um, just you fairly early. We ain't really got into too much talking today. I know it's been like 40 minutes, but believe it or not, we really just been shooting the shit, just in here chopping it up. I have to tell folks I don't play fight or slap or none of that. Yeah, I push. I get you. My coaches, my one of my I tell you a good. Oh, so you saw it. That's what we're talking about, Saba. That's what we're talking about. That's all this is a discussion about. I'll tell you what. I was rolling with a couple of guys from my gym, um, and we got stuck going into this. We were walking into the corner store, and this group of guys was coming out, and they had like their gym bags on. We got our gym bags on, so they're coming from like playing basketball. I can tell by the kind of sneakers they have. Like some have sneakers tied around their bag, and we barefoot in our spot. So I could tell. And so he was like, "Oh, what y'all do? Y'all just coming from training? We just coming from practice. Y'all coming from practice?" And my one homie Louise Raul, excuse me, Raul, his English isn't that great, right? So he hears y'all coming from practice. He goes, "Yeah, we're coming from practice." And I go to cut in, and I'm like, "Raul, they're not talking about our kind of practice." they're talking about. I was like, y'all play basketball, right? And the guy goes, I mean, yeah, like what y'all don't play basketball? What sport do y'all play? And Raul looks at him and goes, you don't play fighting. And the looks on their faces when they like did a double take and they look back at us and they see we like all battered up and kind of bruised and like some of us still got hand wraps on and the look when it all just dawned on him like you don't play fighting. You heard the man. You know, you play basketball, play football, play baseball, you play soccer. You don't play fighting. That's a sport, not a game. I never forgot that line. If I had a pen, I would have dropped it for him in that minute. That was a pin dropping line. You don't play fighting. It's like, bro, chill. They're fine. They're fine. All of a sudden, they just look at a group of fighters trying to get into the store to get like Gatorade and smoothies and the protein shakes and all this other stuff that we in there to get, and they walking out with Gatorade and like soda and water, and we going in there trying to get our lives together, potassium shots because ginger shots because we just came from beating each other up for like 2 hours in between the calisthenics and the running and the swinging and the fighting and the jumping. We just rolling here from rumbling, and they coming from basketball, and we were just looking at each other completely different, completely different. You don't play fighting. You heard him, fellas. Pardon us. Let's get pardon us. Shout out to Raul. I gotta call him. I was looking for Gat to catch those dentures. Yo, Calvin, you a mess, bro. You a mess. I don't even know how to respond to that. I am indeed a chocolate dude. Not used to Ming calling me that. Assuming you're a guy, but Daily Troll really doesn't give me any information. But to answer the question, assuming you're talking to me, I'm fine. This chocolate dude is fine. That's how I learned before I started training. From my family to my friends, I guess I just see it different. Listen, there is no one size. I look at all that as sparring. Yeah, there is no one size fits all. Like for those of us who fight for enjoyment, we have a different disposition. It's not, you know what I mean. For people who don't enjoy, for if somebody, yeah, I got you. I see it now. For somebody who don't, you know, want to play, you can't play with everybody. He's not sparring. He's not playing. You swing on him, his reflexes is gonna be different. He's in instant, like, you know, fight or flight. It's not the same thing. Everybody not playing. Everybody not sparring. Keep your hands to yourself. Everybody's not playing. My father loved fighting, but he was not trained. He just did not have an issue throwing hands. But he didn't play about none of that. Like, that was not what you did when it came to my pop. He was not on that. Like me, you know, swing on me, tag. Oh, okay, it's up. Like, you know, and I'm having a good time. But I enjoy the art of fighting. That's I'm here for that. I'm into that. Everybody ain't got the disposition for that. I look at cops. I saw a video the other day of a police officer, a female police officer, who was about to get into a fight with a civilian over words. They were talking real heavy, and you know, she started talking about like, "I'll fuck you up. I'll fuck you up. Take that badge off. Take that gun off. I'll fuck you up." Cop started taking the gear off. Not a good idea. Not a good idea. And the first thought in my head was not that the person popping off deserved it, because they did. They did. The first thing she said, first thing the other girl on the camera said when the cop started taking off her gear was, touch me, you gonna lose your job. Touch me, I'll sue. Which means you don't really want to fight. You're just talking. You're just talking because you think you can get away with it. You're just talking to somebody who you believe isn't aren't can't do anything to you. There'll be no consequences for what you're doing. I'll sue, you'll lose your job. You don't want to fight. You don't want to fight. You playing games. You don't want to fight. But my first thought was this officer does not have the right disposition for this job. You can't be rattled by words, no matter how foul they are. If you're going to be a cop, you can't. Somebody can't. There shouldn't be words that can goad you into a fight. Somebody shouldn't be able to talk to you bad, so bad that they get under your skin enough to risk your entire career by taking off your gear and fighting a civilian. Like, where's your gun gonna go? What happens if they take it from you? Now, what are you gonna do? What if these girls jump you? What if they mollywop the shit? Like, what if one of them just sleeps you and takes all your stuff? Like, it really wasn't worth it. You don't have the disposition for this job. You just don't have the disposition. And not say she's a bad person, but you ain't got the disposition to be a cop. Some people don't have the disposition for fighting. And Push is one of them. Hey, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Keep your hands to yourself. Don't touch me. We fine. Everything's cool. Everything's peace. Just don't touch me. We won't have no problems. Some people don't. That's not their thing. Not a good look. I ain't tripping, laugh out loud. I don't randomly play with people, but AI got more in common than a few fights and slap boxing and sparring. Yeah, I get it. Jake, me and you talking the same thing, but we're all saying I understand where everybody's coming from. We all talking the same thing. Like Jake, me and you probably be chopping it up somewhere. I fake a shot, you dip. Next thing I know, we standing in the middle of the food court. People think we serious. We not. People think we going for it. We ain't. Little do they know me and you was cool. And if one of them decided they was gonna jump you on my behalf, I'd be putting them to sleep. You see what I'm saying? Like they start swinging on you, thinking it's sweet, or thinking that they're gonna take my side. And meanwhile, the first person to hit you, I slumped them, and vice versa. Somebody hit me for real. You know we playing. They hit me. You go straight across my shoulder and break something on somebody. I get you, bro. I'm right here with you. But believe you me, I'm right here with you. I got brothers. We all, you dig what I'm saying? Like this was recreation. I'm with you. But I also have friends like Push, and I respect that. I got nothing but respect for it. I got friends just like Push. I understand everybody is not to be played with. Some people ain't playing. Thank God me and Dame are playing. Good thing I don't have Push's disposition or Calvin's disposition. Look, Calvin, my number one rule: run your mouth all day and night because God forgives, I won't. So keep your hands to yourself. Period. See, that's a disposition. That's the disposition of a man you don't play with. You just leave it. And there's so many other things you can do to have to have fun in the presence of somebody with that kind of disposition. It's not all about, but you just gotta keep your hands to yourself. Simple. Simple. Me, Push, Calvin. The most contact we making is when I give them dap. Might pat them on the shoulder. Give them a little push on the arm. I don't play with people like that. Like everybody's not playing. Everybody's not playing. And it's so much easier to just keep your hands to yourself. In high school, the op squared up with me and started taking off her jacket. I dragged her, and she was like, "Why?" I said, "Because you took off your jacket." Yeah, 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 yeah. You already know Dame. Yeah, me and Dame I've known Dame. I met Dame immediately after Rockefeller officially ended. Is when I met him for the like met for the first time. I met him in DD 172, I believe it was called. The art space where he was just smoking weed and making music. It was him, Currency, Most Def was in there, Smoke Dizzle was in there, Devin the Dude was in there. Um, just making music. And that's when I first met Dane. That was matter of fact, we ain't even gonna guess. I'll tell you the exact year I met him. DD 172. 2009. 2009 is when I first met Dane. And then he did a movie. I believe he did a comedy movie. It was called Mixed Nuts. And then he did another. I don't know if this was like the same film, but there was a scene where him, Murder Mook, and me, and I was interviewing him and Mook. And there was another scene where I played a judge during the comedy set, the comedy part of that movie. And I've never had, Dame for what he is what he is. I don't need to choose sides because nobody's asking me to. And as long as we don't violate, you know what I mean? I can't say anything bad about Dame. I don't agree with him. I don't agree with most of the things he says and does. But I also keep in mind that most of Dame's gripes are personal. It's not really for me to agree or disagree. It's not for me to understand or misunderstand. Dame's gripes are to be respected and kind of left alone. Like that's for them to settle between grown adults that go back 40 plus, you know what I'm saying? Like 30 plus years. You don't have a place, you don't have a say in something like that. In injecting my POV into personal situations, I don't agree with most of it. I don't agree with most of it, but yeah, see, King James, avoid people like Dame if you don't like slander and backbiting. I have not experienced that, so I'm not, you dig? And I also understand that the people who he's slandering, the people who he's angry with, he has his reasons, and whether those are valid or not doesn't change the fact that those are his reasons. This is me being as objective as possible. I'm not playing devil's advocate, but this is literally me just being as even keel as I can about the entire situation. When my journalism hat is on, my job is to get the story. It's not necessary and challenge the story in places where it doesn't make any sense. And I'm not gonna hold you. That's not easy to do with Dame. He does not make it easy for you to challenge his story. And I think that's where he learns. I think that's where he earns the angst that he does from the public because it never really feels like he's open to being questioned. We had an incident during the interview where him and Gat started laughing, and I said something like, "Let the boys finish. Let the boys finish." And Dame stopped everything and said, "Don't call me boy." Instantly understood that and apologized. Now, could I have who the fuck is you talking to? Definitely could have. Would that have been cool? No, no. Would it have been cool for me to continue to call him boy and insist on it because he told me not to, or he let me know he did not want to be referred to as a boy? Absolutely not. Nothing for me to apologize. I was wrong. I didn't take that as something he does not have the right to not want to be called. How would that sound? Nah, you got it. I apologize. My bad. Definitely, definitely. If that's where his boundary is, if that's where his trigger is beyond that, all you can do is respect it. Now, is it for me to say, well, why is that a problem? It's not that serious. That would be corny. So I'm not going to do that. You dig where I'm coming from? That was the one bit of friction he and I had in the entire interview. Mm-hmm. Dame seems like a crybaby, man. He tells the men to be men, but do not cry about the situation they're supposed to handle. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. But he too mature to be on that Mecc. Apparently not. I guess not. I guess he's not. What you think he should be and what he is, those can be two different things. Definitely trained in de-escalation, Saba. Yes, escalating it won't get the job done, right? Sitting there and beating my chest and playing, whose balls are bigger while I'm on set trying to work. How does that get the job done? In this day and age, just keep in mind, in this day and age, if I was going for clicks, if I was out here looking for attention, if I was going for clout, I 100% could have gone in that direction. He gave me the opening to do it right then and there, and I 100% could have took it right then in that situation. Not what I'm here for. Not what I'm. The job is to get the story. That's the contradiction. His boundaries about being called a boy, but then acts petulant as F and has become all that he claims to dislike. Calvin, I feel you. I feel this segment won't once the entire joint drops. Once the entire interview drops, you guys go have a look, and I've got something to follow that interview up with. I've already had a discussion with Taylor. He and I are gonna do something a little different once this interview drops. That would have made you lose some journalistic integrity, though, Matt. Yeah, and we can't have that. I can't do that. I salute y'all interviewers. I'm not sure I can handle dudes talking to me like that. I always think of Kanye and Sway. If I was Sway in the position, cameras off, let's step outside, homie. Yet again, we're right back to disposition. All, some people do not have the disposition for this gig. That lady didn't have the disposition to be a cop. Push and Calvin don't have the disposition to play fight. It is what it is. It is what it is, and you let that be what it needs to be. It don't hurt you to respect that boundary. I am a fighter. I am a fighter. Could always be in space with Push and Calvin because I respect what it is. You gotta Dana, you gotta have the disposition for it. Shout out to Saba. Me and Saba have had tons of conversations about things of this nature. One of my convos with Saba, I'm going to talk about you like you're not in here watching, but one of my convos with Saba was, you need to get ready for what your talent is about to bring to the door. When you are this dope, you don't get to walk it back, and there are certain elements of your life that are going to be affected. You don't get to just go back to you need to develop the disposition for being this dope. Sorry, not sorry. This is how it goes. Welcome to your life. You got this much talent, it comes with a discipline. And you have to master that discipline. It's not going away. Talent's not going away. Still dope as ever. That's not going away. So what are you going to do? Either you're going to be quiet for the rest of your life, or you're going to make the adjustments that come with being who you are. And we've all had to do that in one way or the other. There's a discipline that comes with being anything you want to be. And as soon as you acknowledge your gift from God, there's a discipline that comes right behind that. I'm still getting mine together. I'm still getting mine together. Somebody approached me in the street. I'm still kind of like, my first reflex is not always, hey, what's going on? Like somebody eyeball looking right at me. Bro, the fuck is you looking at? Like, I'm still getting mine together. It's not what it's not what it needs to be. It's better than it was, but it's definitely not what it needs to be. I come from writing. I come from no one ever seeing my face. And me just writing all day long, just stories and journalism and reporting and research. I come from that. My byline was my calling card, MC. That was my calling card. Now I'm on the other side. It's taking some get still takes some getting used to. I'm still not sure what dudes is looking at when they looking. What if they have a problem with something I said on the show, and now this is happening? Like I still have to get used to that. And Saba, 100%. Welcome to the discipline of being who you are. Why do you think I didn't? There's a reason I didn't run out to kick it at the Knicks parade, at the championship parade. Yeah, glasses, lips, and goatee. Becca Pratt, yo, sugar, you. She's seen it happen in here. This man gets approached every 90 seconds. Ah, but that's not. Don't tell all my business. After I just got finished telling all of yours, right? DJ all day. I'm not even gonna repeat that, but I'm not even gonna say that. I'm not even gonna say that out loud. Saba remembers the days of me trying to convince her to sign to the label, and how these conversations would just happen out of nowhere. Me minding my business, trying like super hard to convince her that I'm not a creep or reassure her that I'm not a creep. And I would get interrupted on the phone because it would happen when I was on the move. I'd be on the way someplace. And if I'm outside, it's fair game. And Saba would be right in the mix of it. Man alive. It was almost embarrassing. It's more funny than anything else because she would start cracking jokes. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. But it is what it is. It is what it is. It's making sure I didn't miss anything. Just because you like to fight doesn't mean you take all comment. Bro, first of all, ain't no money in it. Second of all, having a fight with somebody who does not like to fight, or having a fight with someone who's not a fighter, but somebody who just wants to fight, but is not a fighter, that don't end well. Like, those are the dudes who call the cops. Or they spin back around. Like, they can't take an L. I don't want to fight anybody who can't take an L. I got L's. I got more dubs, but I got L's. I wear headphones outside everywhere so people don't approach me. That is a tactic, and it works. Except when I'm on the phone with Saba for some reason. Then all of a sudden, people don't give a fuck that I have headphones in. Like Rashawn, appreciate you, fam. My pops always told me when you sit down and talk to sensible people with common sense, it's therapeutic. That is therapeutical for the soul. Peace. Time 18188. Be cool. Thank you for pulling up. Your presence here is appreciated. I told you this room is great. This room is great. This room is great. Look at this space. Saba, come on. You gotta admit, look at the people. Look at these thoughts. Look at this. Look how we flow in here. We just have the best time ever. We just be in here cracking up with each other like this. Come on, man. Maybe it's me, but I still get disappointed that people don't have standards and rules or stand for something that means your reputation and character means what it means without being spoken. Plenty of people in here don't do much better than disappoint other people. That's why you got to keep your expectations base level, bro. Or maybe they're telling you exactly who they. Hey, Tiffany Blue, what up? Salute, Tiffany Blue. I'm pulled up. Thank you for coming, sis. Tiff, meet Saba the Goddess. Saba the Goddess, meet Tiff. Oh, Just, I love that. Everybody have a wonderful evening, share a good meal. That's a good sentiment. That's a good sentiment. I got a homeboy of mine who passed away. He used to tell us, I love you like cook food. That was always a good one. Miss Bro. Love you like cook food. And he was a big dude, so we all knew he liked to eat. Not fat, but he was like a giant, like a mountain of a man. Just a big dude. And he used to always tell us, I love you like cook food. That was a good one. Yeah, see, we got just in here. Listen, Saba, the Tiffany Blue, aka Tiffany Banks, great people. Jig Holly, great people. Just is good people as long as you don't try to money fight with her. Her and say what again, mother. They and a couple other people start jumping back and forth. They start having money fights in here, and it's ridiculous. It's funny when it happens. She's actually scared someone else off before. This other dude who came in and he was talking that talk and just shut him down financially, which is one of the worst ways as a guy you can be shut down. It's right up there with telling a dude they on they on shrimp time. It's the next one. It's the next one over. It's like right behind that. Like you tell a dude he's on shrimp time, and then you do what Just did to him. Like yeah, you just today is World Sickle Cell Day. Okay, yeah, we definitely going. Shout out to Calvin Cam. We definitely going. Everybody make it a point to do that. I spent 5 grand this month already. See, you don't, and not with me. Not she's not talking about me. That number didn't happen in here, right? No, right? No. You no. I would no. Okay, no. You didn't. You got me stuttering. You didn't mean okay. Graduation. Okay, there we go. There we go. Got you. Yeah, no, I don't know what Just, and I don't want Just to tell us what she does for a living, but her and say what again, mother, they start going back and forth, and the rest of us just kind of sit back here and wait for them to chill the fuck out before before we can make the comment. They just start warring with each other. And I got this thing I'm gonna do. Shrimp time, but shrimp time is it's the thing. Like you tell the dude he's on peanut chew, and then right behind that is what Just be doing to folks. Now say what again be holding his own, but Just is like she got the belt till somebody decides she can't have it no more. And I started doing this thing because I wasn't sure how to accept this kind of a compliment and this kind of support. That's me being weird about people liking the shit I do. Um, I decided before I get into what I just saw, I decided that I was going to use everything that comes from this. Talking to Saba, I'm going to use everything that comes out of this channel and reinvest it back into the channel and like start getting equipment and stuff to like really soup it up and like really maximize the experience. Like get a couple subscriptions, change the laptop, like do some lighting, like really make it really cool, and then spend more time in here going back and forth, like just chopping it up with folk. It's a good look. I found a way to purpose what happens in here, but high size matter. That's the comment that strikes it. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to tell ladies, you're trying size don't matter. If a woman ever tells you size don't matter, just stop. Change the subject. Stop talking. This won't end well. You don't want to hear the rest of that thought. Just back away slowly with your hands up. You give her like something. Give her a chocolate bar and just. And I don't mean that kind, but give her something sweet. Give her some food. Do something. Just whatever you need to do to abort this subject. Just go the other way. Trust me here. You don't want this. Or when a dude acting tough with a female and she bring up a guy who beat him up. That's like third. That's like third. Shrimp time is number one. Shrimp time is number one. That's number one. Number two is punching him in the wallet. Bad business. And then number three is reminding him when he lost a physical altercation with somebody. Size don't matter. I'm moving to the Himalayas. Yeah, just go, bro. If she say that to it, just block her. Just block her and go find your tribe. Whatever that means. Whatever's happened, whatever she's done, go find your tribe, bro. She ain't it. You are officially in the wrong restaurant. If she hit you with the size don't matter. She's talking about you. She's talking about you. Celebrity match might be a big bag. That's hmm hmm. I'd want to train. I'd want to train. I'd need like 3 months. I'm down, but I'd need like 3 months. I want to train. Actually, I'd probably like longer than that. It might not even be worth it by the time, but with the time it would take me to train for it, it might not even be worth it. It's not the motion in the ocean. Tiffany, you'd have to tell us that. How would a guy know that? I'm not saying that there's not dudes out there who have not. I'm sure somebody. I'm sure a guy has. I'm sure there's some truth behind. I'm sure some woman. I can't even get this. I can't even say this. I'm sure the woman who came up with that had an experience that backed that up. That's what I meant to say. I'm sure. I'm sure that whole it's the motion in the ocean. I'm sure the woman who invented that had a dude who made her a believer. Ray J getting investigated now for his celebrity. Oh, Calvin, I'm not exactly sure. I'm not exactly sure. What I will tell you is we're not staying. We're going to pick this up. We'll probably pick it up again tomorrow because we're already going on. We're well over an hour, and I hate keeping folks. Ray J getting investigated for his celebrity. Is it because he? I think it's because it was rigged, and Homeboy who ended up winning didn't stick to the script. And remember the Aiden Ross and all that the betting house investigation stuff. Like I think this is probably tying into that. That we lost a lot of money comment. Yeah, exactly. Did the interview with Dame drop? No, not yet, but I'll be announcing it in here first. We're putting out the teasers now. There'll be a couple of clips, and then we'll finally drop the whole piece. But I'm actually going to get an ETA on that. When we do, it will be on the Mecc and Gat show, and I'll probably It'll probably be tied in here, but it's going to hit the Mecc and Gat show page first. So if you haven't yet, go subscribe to that one. So when it drops, and set your alert so you know when it's pulling up. Um, isn't it dope to see artists cross over to podcasts, then find themselves on national networks, kind of like how Cam did with ESPN? I think it's dope that people go where their talent is allowing them to be. I've always thought that was dope. Whatever it is you can do, if you're dope at it, go do that dope thing. Once you discover what your gift is, the goal is to give it away. You can't keep it. Can't keep it. That's a disrespect to the creator that gave it to you. You can't keep it. You gotta give it away. If I gave you $1 million and you never spent it, it's worthless. Yeah, $1 million and you buried it in the ground and never touched it, it's worthless. I appreciate anybody going anywhere. Cam used to play ball in high school and was on, I believe he was in college for basketball. Are you a fan or friends of any of the Griselda? Conway and Benny. And if 38 counts, then 38. So there's the answer to that. And we have an interview with Conway too that needs to drop sooner than later. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, mothers and misters, bunions and blisters. This has been another session, another episode of The Garage, home to the worldwide mechanics. I want to give a shout out to everybody who pulled up, everybody who checked in, everybody who came to sit in and fuck with us. Special shout. Um, don't use Dame for clout. You're a hater beyond haters, low key, under your good guy persona. I choose me. Bro, I don't have a good guy persona. I never told you I was a good guy. I never told you I was a good guy. And Dame's got the exact same thing up on his page. That's how you sound corny. I never told you I was a good guy. What fucking persona? And I also never pretended to like anything that I did. And if that makes me a hater, so be it. You don't like it, change the channel. Anyway, everybody have a good one. Set your alarm. I'll be back here at 5 p.m. tomorrow. God willing, give or take. Be safe, be blessed, be cool. And yeah, I will see y'all, God willing, tomorrow around 5 o'clock. Saba, thank you for pulling up. Special guest today, Saba. Happy Juneteenth. Exactly, Dana. Happy Juneteenth to all the mechanics. We always going in. We always going into like that chamber. We, come on now. Another clown looking for a circus. And NO3 rings here, bro. The garage is now officially closed for the evening. Everybody be safe. Peace.